Hello there, nice slice here, coming at you from the Great White North in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Today we're going to be looking at a Boker knife. This is part of the Boker Plus line. This particular knife is not made in Germany. This one I believe is made in China or Taiwan, but it is there we go, made in China. And this is the Boker Nessmi Pro. Now this is the box it came in. I bought this knife, let's say in November. This was like a Black Friday deal. I've been looking at this knife for a couple of years. Didn't want to pull the trigger at full retail on it. Then finally I saw it for a Black Friday price of 65 Canadian dollars when normally this knife sells for 65 US. So that was a great reduction in price in itself. So I thought, why not? Been wanting it for a while, so let's grab it. So let's have a look here. As you can see, nicely packaged in the box. We're going to talk about this sheath in just a second here, but first let's have a look at this knife. So this version is the black burlap micarta. You see the texture on that. Very nice handle. Fit and finish on this knife is excellent. There's the hollow copper rivets. And this is a Nessmi style blade. For those that aren't familiar, this was a blade shape, I believe was created by a fellow named George Sears, who was a very avid outdoorsman, and he used to write stories and accounts of his life under the pen name of Nessmi, and this blade became associated with that name, so this is why it's called the Nessmi. And here is the designer's mark. It's a fellow named Jesper Voxnaes. He's Danish, and this is his take on a Nessmi. It's not a hollow grind, but it is, I guess you could call that a high saber or high flat. I'm going to call that a high saber grind. You can see it's got a nice powder coating on the blade. This is D2 steel. There's the Boker Plus logo there. And there on the tang it says D2, and as you can see, it is a full tang. And that, I believe, is the number for production. This would be knife number 1257. I don't believe that's the model number. We can double check the box. Yeah, there's the model number right there. So perhaps if I bought another one of these, there would be a different number there. But this knife also came in a satin finish blade with brown burlap. And there was, for a short time, a Kydex sheath that would come with it as well. This one has a leather sheath. As you can see, it has some jimping. It is a three-fingered knife. It's very comfortable though. It's well designed. Very nicely contoured. The handle on this knife. Bit of a swell there, a palm swell. Feels very nice when I'm holding it. And there's that jimping, as I said, on the spine of the blade there. You can see it. Gives you good control. Should be a great little skinner. And as I've said, I've had my eye on this for some time, just wasn't willing to pay full retail. I do have another Boker I brought with me. This one belongs to the son of Slice. He was nice enough to let me use it for this video today. And as you can see, very similar, the blade shape. It's almost identical, and this one is made in Italy with N690 stonewash finish. This is fiberglass reinforced nylon handles. There's no liners in this one. This is a lockback. Patent pending, it says. Very nice, super lightweight little knife. You can hear that lock up, that's great. The handle, of course, is larger on the EDC folder than the little belt knife here, but that's okay. We'll just put this one away. Now let's talk about this sheath. First glance, looks great. Put the knife in there. Looks good. Leather, riveted, stitched. Little hollow rivet here. You can put a lanyard through there. Nicely stitched here, belt loop. Let's take a closer look at this. It's a little twisted. Not sure why. Something isn't right there. And I don't know if you can see this on the thing, on the camera, but when you put this knife in, it cuts into the leather. So every time you take this knife in and out of the sheath, that blade is cutting leather. I don't care for that at all. A little disappointed, actually. You see that in there? See how that is just being torn up? See if I can get another bit of light on there for you. Yeah, you can see how that's being cut up every time that knife goes in and out. And I believe at times, if you're not super careful, you can see it lines up with that rivet. You're going to be running the edge of your blade across the steel of that rivet. Not a good situation in my opinion. So what I've done, I've reached out to a fellow Canadian named Kyle Noseworthy, and he lives the other end of the country in Newfoundland, and he makes custom knives and sheaths. He is on YouTube. If you haven't checked out his channel, I highly recommend you do that. He does fantastic work. Some of the best quality out there in my opinion. He is a family man. He is a businessman. He is dedicated to his family and his business. He puts out quality content on YouTube, and I've been in touch with Kyle, and Kyle has agreed to make a custom sheath for me for this knife. So after I do this video today, I will be packaging this up and sending it across the country, and waiting anxiously to receive the knife back from Kyle. And I'm sure I won't be disappointed, and I will be doing another video when that happens, so I will keep you posted. The Boker Nessmi Pro, there you have it.